July 2025, New York. After more than a decade of captivating millions of viewers around the world, the hit series Outlander is about to end with Season 8, which is also the final season. However, while fans are eagerly awaiting the happy ending to the timeless love between Jamie Fraser and Claire Randall, author Diana Gabaldon suddenly revealed a heartbreaking truth in an exclusive interview with Scottish Legacy magazine. The ending will not be what the audience expected. "And I cried when I wrote it. Fire, not a happy ending." Diana Gabaldon, who created the world of Outlander from the pages of romantic epic novels, has never shied away from cruel twists in the plot. But with the series ending, she admitted, "I struggled with myself for years to decide whether they deserved absolute happiness." When asked for more details, she simply smiled meaningfully. Eternal love doesn't necessarily have to come with a fairy tale ending. Sometimes, loss is what makes love immortal. Immediately, this statement sent the global fan community into a state of confusion, especially for those who always believed that Jamie and Claire would live happily ever after, overcoming all barriers of time, war and death. Jamie Fraser will have to sacrifice. A source close to the Outlander set revealed that death could be the fate of Jamie Fraser, the Scottish Highland hero who has captivated millions of viewers through Sam Heughan's mesmerizing performance. Jamie was born from the fires of war and loss. He is not the type of character who is favored by fate. And that is what makes him great, the source said. Meanwhile, a leaked scene from the Season 8 script shows Claire kneeling in the snow, clutching a blood-soaked cloak, whispering, "I promised I would find you again." While not confirming or denying this information, Diana only said, "Sacrifice is sometimes the only thing that makes love legendary." Jamie and Claire are more than just lovers. They are symbols of courage. Books. The ending in the book and the movie, similar or different? Diana Gabaldon is currently writing her 10th novel, also the last in the series. However, she confirmed that the ending of the film and the story will have certain differences, because cinema needs to be more decisive and impactful. "My writing team and I have been talking for 2 years. I didn't want a predictable ending. I wanted viewers to feel like everything Jamie and Claire went through made sense, whether they walked through the final door together or not." Many speculate that, at the end of the film, Claire will return to the present day forever, while Jamie will stay in the past, living his entire life with the memories of the woman he once loved. A permanent separation, but no one can forget the other. Crying fans react. "We are not ready to saying back to them." On social media, right after Diana's interview was published, a series of hashtags such as #GoodbyeJamie, #Outlander ending and #Claire Forever quickly became the top trending Twitter. A fan from Germany shared, "I've been following Outlander since 2014. Jamie and Claire were a part of my youth. If they hadn't been together, I don't know if I would have had the courage to watch Season 8. Another wrote on Reddit, "Although it hurts, I understand why Diana did it. Maybe eternal love isn't about living together forever, but living forever in each other's hearts." Movie camera Sam Heughan Katrina Balfe. Emotions when screening the final scene. Sam Heughan once hinted about the final scene between him and Katrina. "It was a day of filming where no one on the set dared to say a word. When the director shouted, 'Cut,' the whole set went silent. I saw Katrina in tears before she could even stand up." Katrina Balfe said, "It's never felt so real. We've lived inside these two people for almost 12 years. The final scene felt like I just sent a piece of my soul away forever." A Goodbye in the Rain, Outlander's final scene revealed. While the Outlander cast has kept much of the final season under wraps, some behind-the-scenes details from insiders have begun to leak out following the final shoot, which took place in the Glencoe Highlands, the same setting that opened the first season. An assistant director said, "The final shoot took place in a light rain. There was no setup, and nature seemed to match the emotions of the entire crew." When Sam and Katrina finished their final scene, everyone was in tears, not just because they had done such a great job, but because we knew this was goodbye. In the scene, Claire, her hair now streaked with silver, holds Jamie's hand in a misty valley. There are no words, just eyes. And the sound of the wind. They stood there for a long time, before Jamie slowly faded into the white mist. No special shots, no special effects, just the two actors, and the hearts of the viewers. Love letter, unsent letters, and the memories that remain. One confirmed plot twist that will appear in the final episode is Claire finding a series of letters left by Jamie, buried inside the ancient rock Cra Na Dun, which once transported her back in time. These letters reveal Jamie's final thoughts, from longing to the belief that no matter what, they will meet again. One of the most touching lines, "If you read this, I may be far away. But don't cry, Sassenach. Because even though my body remains, my spirit will always follow your footsteps, just like the day we first met." It was thanks to those letters that Claire, even though she had returned to the present day, decided not to move on. She chose to stay, to live with her memories, where her heart always belonged. Open book Diana Gabaldon. I have no regrets. In another interview on BBC Scotland, when asked if she thought she had been too cruel to her readers, Diana smiled, her eyes welling up. Maybe, but I have no regrets. I have witnessed the love of Jamie and Claire grow up with me, and I cannot betray their true nature. They were not born to live in peace. They were born to create legends. She also shared that hundreds of readers had written to her, expressing mixed feelings. Some thanked her for creating a love that transcended all logic and history. Others were angry that Jamie was taken away too soon. I understand them, but without loss, how can we understand what it means to be loved and to lose? Globe fandom around the world hold memorials. Soon after the news of the ending was confirmed, Outlander fans from all over the world held online rewatches of the first episode and candlelight vigils to say goodbye to Jamie Fraser. In Edinburgh, more than 2,000 people gathered under the Walter Scott Monument, wearing kilts, carrying printed copies of the famous line from the show and reciting the line, "You are my home, and you will always be." A special screening of the final episode was also held at Glasgow's oldest cinema, where people were given white handkerchiefs, as a symbolic ritual to let go of the torments of love. Luggage Sam Heughan and The Last Hug on SET. Sam Heughan, who played Jamie Fraser for more than 11 years, admitted that he couldn't leave right after the final shoot. "I stood there for a long time. Not because I couldn't let go of Jamie, but because I didn't know if I could ever find another role that I loved as much." Katrina Balfe revealed, "After the last scene, Sam hugged me so tight and whispered, 'Thank you for being Claire.' And I couldn't stop crying." The two co-stars, not lovers, not husband and wife, shared a love of art, a journey as deep as any romance ever written. Dove love stays, even though the person is gone. Outlander's ending is not a fairy tale. There were no fireworks, no silver weddings, no promises of forever. But there was something that few stories dare to touch. Love that exists despite time, death and separation. With that tearful but emotionally powerful ending, Diana Gabaldon and the entire Outlander crew did not just close a movie, they left a legend. And for those who loved Jamie, Claire, that ending, though heartbreaking, will live forever in their hearts like Claire's last words in the final episode. "We had our time, and it was the most beautiful thing I ever gave you.